Hey everybody, for the 25th take, welcome to my preview of Game 6, Montreal Canadiens taking on the Philadelphia Flyers for Round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And we're going to have a hell of a game. Depending on how you see it, some people are expecting this to be a very chippy game coming up, or on my end, I'm actually not, and I'll explain myself why. So we're going to start out with what happened in Game 5. In Game 5, there was a lot of fighting, scrums, just bad feeling between the two teams. KK had his game misconduct and major penalty. Jake Evans, I don't know if it's broken nose because I heard that today, but definitely hit in the face, drawing blood. And then the Brendan Gallagher hit by Niskanen, hitting Gallagher, cross-checking him in the face. That has Galley out with a broken jaw. So that was announced earlier today. Gallagher's out with a broken jaw. It's going to require surgery, and he will be out for the rest of the series. A lot of people are saying, no, he'll be back in Game 6 or back for Game 7. He won't be. Surgery is going to have to be done outside the bubble, which means that to get back into the bubble, he will require 4 negative tests, COVID tests, to get back in. That's going to take a few days, and it'll be past, obviously, this series. So Brendan Gallagher is out. Now, for Game 6, so is Niskanen, the guy who hit him. He is out, been suspended for 1 game. Should have been 3 or 4 if you ask me, and if you ask a lot of people around, I know Brian Burke said 3 or 4. Kevin Bieksa was saying he thought it should be 3 or 4. So it's not just me. That's what it should be. But as the hockey guy was saying, 1 game is probably the equivalent of 3 or 4 in a regular season. But I don't know if that is why they did that. But so he's out for the 1 game, so he will not get beaten up in Game 6 because he won't be there. Now, if Montreal wins Game 6, Game 7 comes, and that possibility, I guess, is out there. But here's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to happen in Game 6. I don't think it's going to be a chippy game. I think it's going to be just a really good, exciting, fast-paced game. Why do I say that? I've been watching hockey for a long time. I've seen games like that happen in Game 5. I've seen tons of games like that. If you want to take one, for example, is the famous Friday Night Massacre with Quebec and Montreal. I think it was in 1987. That was if you think last night's game was bad, that game was amazing as far as fighting everywhere, pile-ups, everybody on the ice. Stuff that you can't do now. You can't have the whole bench come out. You could do that. Now you can't have that. But and then what happened the next game is it was a rather, you might say, a calm affair, where it was good hockey, but it wasn't all the fights and the sticks and the this and the that. So I'm really expecting that tomorrow because a couple of reasons. First of all, Flyers want to knock Montreal out of the playoffs, right? They're not going to do that from being in the penalty box. You can't do that when you're constantly down a player because you're being penalized for your rough play. Montreal, on the other hand, doesn't go past Game 6 if they lose tomorrow. They can also not afford to have any of their players out, be in the penalty box all the time, always be on the penalty kill. They can't afford to do that. So neither team can really afford to play that way. And I don't expect that kind of a game. I'm seeing a ton of talk on Twitter about how it's going to be a violent game, but it's not going to be. That's what I'm saying that now. That's my hot take. We'll see if I'm right. But that's what I really think. So I can go over a lot of stats for this game to lead up to this game and all that. I'm not going to do that. It doesn't matter in this game because it's going to be a different type of game. Not that it's going to be a violent game because I just said that. It's still going to be a different type of game. They're going to be It's going to be an intense game, fast-paced, skill-laden game. That's not the right way of saying it, but both teams showing their skills because that's what's going to win the game. They both cannot afford to be sitting in the penalty box the whole time. Keys to victory for Montreal, because that's what we're going to go over in this video. Basically, that's it. That's all. Keys to victory. Play for Brendan Gallagher. Play for Brendan Gallagher. Don't fight for him. Don't take penalties for him, but win for him. And that's going to be key here, and I think they're going to play that way. Play for Gallagher. Play smart. Take it out on the ice, not in the penalty box, because it won't help them. Going out after Philadelphia players won't help them. Maybe the one guy that they're really the most mad at, he's not there anyway, so it's not going to help them. Don't do it. It's not going to be good. out-hit, out-skate, out-shoot them. Chase hard from the net. When that play there where Suzuki had the goal that got called back for Duran being offside, um, they put him back in the net because there was no goal. To me, that was a mistake, and in the end, they did lose the game, so it was a mistake. But what did Montreal do after that? They figured this guy's a bit shaky right now. Let's just hit him with all the rubber we can. Well, they got to do that again because, you know what, honestly, he's still a bit shaky. He could come back with a really good game. I'm not saying he's not capable, but he's still shaky, and just treat him like he is. And again, they're going to need that first goal. They have not won a game where they didn't get the first goal. They have not lost a game where they got the first goal. Apparently, this is how the 2020 playoffs are for the Montreal Canadiens. So getting that first goal, I should have put that up here to get that first goal. That's almost going to be imperative for them. So they need to, from the puck drop, the first puck drop is go for that goal. Play that way. Play hard. Skate. Do what they did in Game 2 where they, from the puck drop, they went after them. Forecheck hard, just outskate them, skate them into the ice. Am I right, Dad? Skate them into the ice, skate them into the ice. And do that. They're a better skating team. They're a faster skating team than Philadelphia. That's one spot where we do have them, and they need to take advantage of that. Like I said, it worked in Game 5. I don't expect a shutout here, but I don't expect Philadelphia, if I could say it right, to get a ton of points here. We'll get to that in a second. Everyone has to step up. Everybody that's going to be wearing one of these uniforms, because they're the home team tomorrow, so they'll be in red. Everybody wearing red, they have to step up and play just a little bit better, try a little bit harder, emulate the guy that they're playing for, because that's what he does, and that's how he plays, and they're going to all need to do that. Carrie Price, obviously, every single game, Carrie Price is a key because he's the last barrier. He needs to play the way he's been playing. He gave up 3 goals in the last game. I didn't really analyze that on my look at the goals and see was he at fault? Did he have a chance on them? I didn't really do that. So I can't say he had a good game or bad game, but he won the game. The previous game, not so much. The 2 goals against, I think he could have stopped. Other than that, he's been phenomenal, and I'm not going to, definitely not criticizing him, but he needs to play that way. And I expect him to, because like everybody else, guess what he's going to be doing as well? He's going to be playing for Gallagher. There was another point that I wanted to talk about, and just give me a second. Not sure what it was, but just to say this, Habs won Game 5. To me, that's a key game. I was asked in a live stream, I think it was last week sometime. Someone was saying that the hockey guy had been asked in a video, and it was Game 3, so this was for Game 3. Did he think that Game 3 was a crucial game in the series, and blah 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 like that? And he kind of said he agrees with that. I was always raised that Game 5 was a crucial game, mainly because usually in Game 5, well, there's usually 2 scenarios, right? You're either tied 2-2, or one of the teams is up 3-1. I don't think there's any other way to be in a Game 5. So it's crucial because obviously if the team that's up 3-1 and they win it, they win the series. That's one. The team that's down 3-1, if they win it, it kind of gives them a bit of momentum going in, and they can rally around that. And I always find just Game 5, the winner seems to go on no matter what the situation. When they're tied 2-2, the winner kind of gets that first game of the rest of the series, which is like a best of 3. So they only now have to win 1 more game. The other team has to win 2. Now Montreal's in that situation here where they have to win 2, and Philly only has to win 1. But they can rally around this, and this can really make a difference. Now, I did call it Philadelphia in 5 or Montreal in 7, right? So this is how it's got to go. Montreal is going to go in 7. They're going to win this game. Game prediction for the Guess the Score contest. My first Habs goal scorer is Nick Suzuki. Why? Because it's 2 games in a row, and I rarely do that. Pat on the head of Carter Hart. All the controversy around that. I say Nick Suzuki comes out, and he does his best to put the first one past Carter Hart. Score for the game, 4-1 Montreal. We go on to a 7th game. No, Gallagher doesn't come back, but this guy does. And that makes it a whole different thing because I think Game 7, with that guy back in there, and I think that's a mistake that they they didn't suspend him for 2 games. I don't know what's going to happen. That could be a different thing where there is some hits on this guy. He could take a couple of hits. Anyway, we'll get into that and we'll see what happens with the next game. So Montreal has to win the next game to get to that Game 7. I think they will. 4-1 Montreal. That's it. If you liked the video, give a thumbs up. I know it was a bit all over the place, but if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And while you're down there doing that, if you have any comments about what I just said here, and you want to give your guess for the score contest, please do that in the comment section and let me know what you think about my keys to victory. And anything else you might in the comment section, do that, please. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and ring the notifications bell. That's going to get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the game tomorrow because I am filming this on Thursday night. And go Habs, go! Rally for Galley. The new hashtag, Rally for Galley. It'll get Montreal through Game 6, and we'll have a Game 7, and you never know where that'll go. That's it. Thanks for watching. Peace out. I'll see you next video. And thank God I got through this one. I think I must have done 20 takes to get to this take, and this one's going out. Bye, y'all.